Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on. And as it is the 26th of April, we are going to be watching The Blind Side from 2009, directed by John Lee Hancock and starring Quentin Aaron. So it wasn't more towards the actual run-up to the Oscars for the particular year this movie was released where I was aware of it. I mean, obviously, at the time, we got big Sandra Bullock energy going on in the world, and pretty much almost anything that she did, audience would go and see. And this definitely was one in the pack. However, for me in particular, again, we're dealing with a sports story, and again, based on a true story, but like I've mentioned several times before, not a big fan of the sports inspirational films, just because, again, always turns out to be pretty much 90% of the time the exact same ending as when I enter into watching this movie. So for this project, this is the first time that I've actually watched this movie. And like I already mentioned, not only does this movie star Quentin Aaron, but it also stars Sandra Bullock, Tim McGraw, Kathy Bates, Lily Collins, Jay Head, Ray McKinnon, and Kim Dickens. So again, we're dealing with like an inspirational biography of sports drama, which tells the story of a very kind-hearted, wealthy woman, Leanne, played by Sandra Bullock, who ends up basically crossing paths with a oversized teenager from definitely a different background, Michael Older, who's portrayed by Quentin Aaron. So when she notices that he's struggling and without a stable place to stay, she and her family step in to support him. They give him a home and opportunities that he had never had before. And throughout the movie, as it plays out, it explores like family and compassion, personal growth as well, and basically the idea that there is a lot of power in giving a person a second chance. And with the sport of football being the central focus of the main line of this story, Michael comes to discover his talent and his potential on the field. And like so many of these particular, again, based on a real story, true events, sports things, we have a lot of blending of drama and humor. Very heartfelt. It's an uplifting movie, which, again, I'm not down on these types of movies, but it's kind of nice when every once in a while it's like, okay, yeah, no. I mean, I understand why the reasoning of this movie. Before even seeing this movie, I pretty much understood how it was going to play out, but it was nice to see it played out the way it did. Even though it was pretty much by the number, it was very well executed. And eventually, Michael Other is drafted to the Baltimore Ravens, and he ends up playing for the NFL, which happens on April 26, 2008, which is about 2 hours and 2 minutes into this 2 hour and 9 minute movie. And when it came to the Oscars for that particular year, it ended up winning for Best Actress for Sandra Bullock, as well as getting nominated for Best Picture. Alright, so that's going to wrap up this particular episode, and we're going to look off into the future to see what movie we're going to be watching for tomorrow, which is going to be the 27th of April, and that is going to be Dances with Wolves from 1990. So until next time, go see a movie.